Welcome back. This afternoon, you're listening to the Todd Laborowitz Show, Real Estate Radio on Salem Broadcast Network, WRC 1260 AM. I am your host, Todd Laborowitz, and we're speaking on the phone with Aaron Gonzales from A Wider Circle. Their founder, Mark Burgell, was just named 2014 CNN Hero, and their mission of A Wider Circle is to end poverty. That is correct, to end poverty. They ensure that every child and adult has the opportunity to realize their potential and the support they need to rise out of poverty. Aaron, hello. Doing great. I'm so glad to have you here today.
Well, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
No problem. To start out, can you tell me a little bit more about A Wider Circle and how they serve our community?
Sure, absolutely. As you said, our mission is to end poverty, both in this area and beyond. And we try to take a holistic approach to that. So we have several programs we run here. Our first one is designed to provide people with their basic needs. So we provide furniture, everything from beds, dressers, couches, dining room tables, etc., to people who are transitioning out of homeless shelters, fleeing domestic violence, or just simply living in extreme poverty. Now, we realize providing those basic needs is really just the first step in the process. If you truly want to rise out of poverty, you have to have a job that provides you with the financial stability that you need. Unfortunately, for our clients, their average annual income from a family of four is $12,000. That includes all forms of assistance. So we teach a job skills course that is designed to provide them with the skills they need to go out, get a job that provides them with a living wage so that they can support themselves and their families and actually truly rise out of poverty. And those are our two main flagship programs that we run here that we hope will ultimately give people the ability to rise out of poverty and maintain a stable life for themselves and their families.
Okay, Aaron, there's also a fascinating story behind A Wider Circle, because I remember I met your founder, Mark Burgell, at a speaking engagement, and he was talking to local business owners, and he was telling me the story behind A Wider Circle, which is fascinating. Can you share that story?
Absolutely. At the time, we were founded in 2001, and at that time he was teaching at American University. And one of the things that he required of his students was that they do some volunteer project in their communities or in the surrounding area. And so he led a group of volunteers down in the southeast D.C. to deliver emergency food supplies to people who were living in public housing units there. And what he found when he went into these homes is really what created the impetus for Wider Circle. He saw that not only did they not have any food, they had nothing. No beds to sleep in, no dressers to store their clothes, no couches to sit on. They would literally be storing their clothes in trash bags and eating in the bathroom because that's the only place where they had a flat surface other than the floor. So what he realized from that is in an area with so much excess resources, there's no reason anybody should be living in those types of conditions. So he dedicated himself to forming an organization that would connect those excess resources to the people who needed them most.
Okay. Now, I always thought when I was giving stuff away, I was helping others by going through these other channels, which I can't say their name. But how are you different than those other channels?
Sure. Well, I want to start by saying, I think there's a lot of great organizations out there, but the difference between us and them is we don't charge for anything. We take in donations of furniture from the community. We'll either have them dropped off at our facility, or we'll go and do pickups in the surrounding D.C., Maryland, Virginia area. But then we distribute them free of charge to people who need them most. So we don't charge for any of our services, the furniture, the classes we teach, anything like that. So our goal is to connect those resources and not make any type of profit off of them and distribute them free of charge to those who are in most in need for those items.
Wow. And also your growing pattern has been pretty fast.
Yeah, actually, especially over the past few years. I mean, in 2002, we furnished 3,650 homes. In 2013, that was 2012. In 2013, we furnished 4,250 homes. And that was an increase of 600 homes in just 1 year. And we were always open 7 days a week. We were always open 365 days a year. So it was really just the dedication and spirit of the people who worked here and the volunteers and donors and everybody else who contributes to our cause that made that possible.
And A Wider Circle is local for our community, but I'm sure with the exposure from CNN being a 2014 hero, it's going to start expanding even more.
Yeah, that's definitely our hope. And if it's not directly us expanding, it's getting our mission out there and our cause out there and hoping that we can create the same type of model we have here in other communities. Because, again, like I said, our mission isn't just to end poverty here. That's definitely something we want to do, but we want to end poverty across the country. I mean, the way we look at it is there's 1 in 6 people living below the poverty line in this country. Now, if we were a family of 6 people and we had one person in our family who was struggling, the other 5 of us would do whatever we can to help them out. So we just view everyone else out there like brothers and sisters, and the other 5 of us not in poverty helping that one person who is. We really feel like that's something that is definitely achievable.
Okay, and now as for our listeners and myself, to help you guys, what can I do to contribute?
Well, there's several things. I mean, first, we're entirely donations-based, so the only way we're able to furnish these homes is through donations of the furniture that we receive from the community. And I have to tell you, since joining the organization, I have a very different perspective on the furniture I see seeing out on the sidewalk being thrown out, because I know the clients that we serve desperately need those items. So that's the first thing is through stuff, donating items. If you go out to buy, for instance, a new couch or a new bed, instead of donating it or giving it to another organization that might sell it, think about us and bring it to us. I guarantee you that will help us furnish somebody's home and really help somebody rise out of poverty. Okay.
And what about those that are in need of the furniture? Do they reach out to you, or are you going out and reaching out to them and surprising them? What are some situations that you found yourself in that you can share with us and our listeners?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we will serve anybody in need. We say no to no one. So anybody who needs assistance can call us and get help. So we have people who call us directly, make appointments to receive their furniture. They either heard about it through a family member or a friend or a neighbor who's received our services. But we also get referrals from over 300 public and private social services agencies in the area who, once they provide housing for their clients, refer them to us for their furniture. Now, what we're really looking for, like I said before, is not just furniture. Everybody needs their basic needs, but we really want to create a situation where somebody has a chance to get out of poverty. And we actually see that pretty often. In fact, one of the most senior members of our organization here started out as a client here a little over 5 years ago. At that time, she was in poverty, just coming out of homelessness. We provided her with the furniture she needed. After seeing the services we provide, she decided to start volunteering, gradually moved to a part-time employee, full-time employee, and now she's an associate director here and a leader here, and probably one of one of our what is I'd say typical success stories. We also have a number of clients who have received furniture for us, taken our job skills classes, and then 3 years later, they're calling us as social workers, referring their clients to us. So it's really that type of success that we're looking to achieve. We really want to see people get out of poverty and not just have their basic need items met and move on from there.
Well, you're definitely on the right path. By the way, if you're just tuning in, I have with me Aaron Gonzales with The Wider Circle. I am your host, Todd the Borowit, and you are listening to Salem Broadcast Network, WRC 1260 AM. Now, Aaron, tell me about how you got involved with The Wider Circle. I'm sure you've seen it's had to make a huge impact on you. I know once I learned about it, I share it with everyone.
Well, I appreciate that, and actually it is kind of an interesting story. Sometimes people are surprised when they hear it. Actually, before coming to Wider Circle, I was a corporate attorney. I practiced law for about 10 years, both at a law firm and as general counsel at a brokerage firm. And, I had taken a week off and decided to volunteer, so I was doing something good in my community. Wider Circle at that time was less than a mile from where I live, so I ended up here. And it was really what I saw when I came here that led me to end up making a career change. I'm not naive. I know there's poverty in this area and other urban areas, but I had no idea what that actually meant until I talked to our clients. I actually had an experience where I was helping a woman load a mattress onto her truck, and she burst into tears. And at the time, I wasn't sure exactly. I thought she was upset about something. So when I talked to her, I said, are you okay? Is there anything we can do? And she said, no, you don't understand. I'm actually crying because I'm happy. That bed is for my 7-year-old son who's never slept in a bed before. And hearing stories like that was just mind-boggling to me. I have 2 children of my own. I can't imagine them not sleeping in a bed for a day, much less the first 7 years of their life.
Wow.
But, yeah, and then so that on top of the inspiration I got from the staff here. I mean, everybody here is from such diverse backgrounds. They're so dedicated and compassionate about what they do. I mean, we have people here who are not here to really earn a paycheck. They're here because they believe in our mission. And we have a number of Ivy League grads working for us for much less than they can make in the community, in the professional world. So at the end of that week, volunteering, I said to myself, how can I sit on the sidelines saying this? I know I can contribute something. So I actually approached Mark at the end of that week, and I said, look, Mark, I have no idea what positions you have available, and I have no idea quite what you would do with a corporate attorney, but I'd love to join if you'd have me. And that was a little over a year ago, and I can say it's probably the best decision ever made. I mean, I get to wake up every morning and say every little thing that I do is going to have an impact on somebody's lives. So, and it's something I share with volunteers who come here to work with us. I hope that they open their eyes and realize just the kind of impact that they can have, because every little thing that they're able to do contributes to helping our clients get out of poverty.
Well, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that.
You're welcome.
And being on our show today. And I would love to have you back to talk about more, because there's so much more to talk about. But we're out of time.
Well, I'd love to come back anytime you have me. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yes. And just to finish, is there a website that we can leave for our listeners, and so everyone can get involved, or if people are in need, they can get in touch with you?
Absolutely. If anybody in need or anybody who wants to get involved or learn more about us, they can go to www.awidercircle.org. And I just want to close by saying, if you really want to know what we're about, come spend the day volunteering with us, and I guarantee you'll see a little bit of what I saw when I came here.
Great. Thank you, Aaron, so much. Aaron Gonzales with the Wider Circle. And next Saturday at 1 p.m., we will be discussing the City of Rockville's Memorial Day Parade and the Hometown Holidays with our special featured guest, Mayor Bridget Newton. She will be giving us the details on the annual street festivities that last 3 days, full of entertainment for the whole family. Plus, with us next Saturday at 1 p.m. is Dennis Daffron with Jill's House. Jill's House celebrates children with special needs and provides much-needed relief to their families in the greater Washington, D.C. metro area. Tune in to the Todd Laborowitz Show next Saturday, May 17th at 1 p.m. right here on Salem Broadcast Network, WRC 1260 AM. You need the inside scoop.
You don't go through life with a paralyzing fear every time you have a financial transaction. So why is applying for a mortgage so scary? At Topaz Mortgage with Todd Laborowitz, it is about educating and empowering you to get from point A to point B. Todd provides you with his exact closing cost, best interest rate, then invites you to shop around. Plus, if you call with questions, Todd picks up with the answers. Learn more at whytopaz.com. They are industry experts that care. Topaz Mortgage, NMLS 131548, licensed by the Virginia State Corporation Commission, MC 5344, Washington, D.C., MLB 131548, Maryland 18330, Todd Laborowitz, NMLS 131497.